Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy T,
And it's your boy D.
and this is Unquoted, your number one source for pop culture commentary. Let's get it. Okay, guys. So today's subject, guys, is I know you guys have seen it all week. It's been blowing up the headlines. A dating coach or dating consultant named Kevin Samuels was basically going at a woman, telling her the brutal, honest truth, not holding anything back, and just the internet was not having it. Just in case you guys haven't seen the clip, just Google Kevin Samuels within World Star, it'll show up. But nonetheless, what are your thoughts on this clip, D? Like, it is basically what's the headline is, guys. Is Kevin Samuels too harsh? Go ahead, D. Give me your thoughts, man.
I'm not gonna say he's like too harsh. Like I think he gets harsher the longer the woman that or like man that he's talking to like just doesn't take in what he says because like at first like Kevin kind of seems jarring at first because like he will say his piece and then like that next person will say their piece, but then Kevin will just like stop them and be like and like say no, and like that kind of got on my like nerves a bit, but then after a while I realized that he's doing it because he's trying to stop them for like he wants to stop them from like bullshitting or like to say some bullshit to like not take what he's saying to heart and like to like really absorb what he's saying, and he only gets harsh because they just like refuse to like acknowledge what he's like trying to give them, especially in that video with the lady, because like he was just trying to tell the truth. It's like you don't really look super hot. Like I mean, you look okay. Like and like stop trying to shoot for the like top 10% of men when you don't look like like a 10, and he was just being real with her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people. I've actually watched a lot of Kevin Samuels videos, so I'm the perfect person to talk about it. Honestly, within that clip, like I'll be honest, when I first started watching Kevin Samuels, I did think, damn, like this guy goes in, and it was a little bit hard for me to watch. I'm not gonna lie, because no, we're not in this society, in this snowflake society, we're not used to people being that brutally honest anymore. If this was the '90s, then I would have been like, okay, because you were used to it, like Simon Cowell and stuff like that back in the day, like we're kind of used to people being a little bit brutally honest, but
Mm-hmm.
now in today's society, the snowflake nature, we're not used to hearing that anymore. But yeah, I think what he said towards her was very accurate. Cause I mean, let's be honest. Like, D, what would you rate her? The woman that was on the screen, honestly.
Uh, Maybe like a 5 at the most. I mean, because I need to see her whole body. Like I just saw the face, so I just say a 5. But then if she has like a nice body, then that'll bump it up one or two more numbers to make it like a 7, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, just purely off the face, I would say 4. And I know some people are like, man, that's very harsh and blah blah blah. I mean, as men, as women, we all judge people. Let's be honest. Like everybody judges everybody, so I'm not necessarily gonna feel bad about that. But in regards to Kevin Samuels, like I said, at first he's jarring, but like it's like what you said. Like when he interrupts people, at first you're like, man, like come on, man, let her speak. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you realize the reason why he does it is because the people who call in, first of all, they sign up to be called in because they know what they to expect when they watch the show. All of his
Mm-hmm.
shows are like that, so it's not like he switches it up. And like the thing about it though is like they know what's gonna happen when they call,
Mm-hmm.
and it's him just he's just telling them the truth, and it sucks because this society we teach people, and unfortunately for women we teach them that like anything is acceptable, and it doesn't match up with reality. So you have some people, that's why you have like these women who have these giant lists of things they want from guys, and they end up settling with a guy who works at like 7-Eleven or something like that because their expectations don't reach reality. So I think it's
Mm-hmm.
really refreshing to have someone like him along. But at the same time, like I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. The truth hurts either way, and he's like that with guys too. Some people are like he just hates women. Like no, like there's a clip of him online being just as hard to a guy. It's just the fact that like in this society, like we're as men, everything is already harsh on men. Like
Yep.
if a nerd were to go out and say, man, I want, or an incel is going to go out and say, oh, I want a model, blah, blah, blah. Society and even most of social media will get on him in within 2 seconds. But if a woman says it, it's kind of acceptable. So, I mean, in that regards, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel yes, because like even during that video, it's like he had to reiterate it like multiple times. It's like she's like, that lady, she is doing what I would like to call trying to hit the relationship like jackpot in terms of that she wants to bag the like 1% making 6 figure, 7 figure person and like and like doesn't realize is that where she is at in life and like her status, she doesn't really deserve that, and like there are other options out there, but she's just so steadfast on finding that type of person that she ignores all the other good choices. And Kevin had to say it multiple times, like you don't really need that. Be it realistic. You aren't that good. And she just didn't listen and just kept trying to fight him on this. So then being harsh and brutal was the only way to like get that message across. And most likely it still didn't get sent across because she is still going to look for that 7 figure dude.
Exactly. And that's another reason why he kind of interrupts them is because like once you watch, if you just watch one of his videos, you're not really gonna understand why he does that and cuts off people sometimes. It's because if he doesn't cut them off, they run on this kind of like waterfall tangent where they start
Mm.
talking about stuff that's unrelated to what they're talking about. They go on tangents about random stuff. And they'll start pulling up like random ass things from like the 70s or stuff that they hear from movies about like really unrealistic stuff. So that's why he kind of interrupts people in the middle of them saying something just because he's trying to cut off this whole waterfall that's going to flow out of the situation. So for people who don't watch his videos like that, you're gonna see, if you start watching his videos, you're gonna see that like the reason why he does stuff. So it helps the more you watch. And like I don't know, and I think another important thing that this video really brings up is the fact that a lot of women just don't care about what men want.
They
Like
really don't.
yeah, they like if you thought about it, like, and you know what's funny? I had the same discussion with this one girl yesterday, and basically we were talking, and I'm like, "What do you bring to the table? Like, what do you bring to the table? Why would?" Because I think her thing was like she wanted to make a guy wait 6 months to do anything. Yeah, something crazy like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, something crazy like that. And I'm like, what are you bringing to the table? What are you gonna do to make him say that this is worth it? And you know what her answer was? Well, when I meet him, then he's just gonna know, and then I'll tell him, which basically asserts to nothing. Let's be honest.
Nothing.
It asserts to
You
nothing.
don't bring shit to
And
the table.
and Kevin Samuels' video where he's basically saying, okay, what do you bring? And she's talking about a whole bunch of stuff that men don't even care about. Men don't care about how much money you make. Really, you don't care about that.
Really don't.
Men are basically 90% looks and cooperations. Are you someone that can cooperate with me? Are you someone that's going to argue with me all the time? That's stuff that men care about. And just being clutch. If you're clutch to a guy, like, let's say, like, a guy came home from work, you fix a meal, or you do his laundry, or you do something that men care about. And like, after watching the video, you see that like she doesn't even care about what the guy would bring or what the guy would want. So
Just
it's,
about what she wants. It's
yeah,
all contingent on what she wants, and they've been gassed up to think I am the table. That's a common thing whenever you try to ask a lady what do they bring to the table. I am the table, and I think they've been brainwashed, and they need to like realize that you have to care about what he wants too, and it's not all about you. This is a teamwork type of shit going on.
or I'm just me. That's the one I hate the most.
Oh, that one too.
I'm just me, and then they'll finally just like the thing. That's the reason why I like it's hard for me. Like I agree that he was very harsh towards her, and I can understand why a lot of people found it jarring. Like I said previously stated before, I found it jarring at first, but don't you guys see the reason why he needs to be like this? Because you have someone like that who's got a lot of baggage. Let's be honest, they got a lot of baggage with them, and you want to get something that is very rare, and you're wondering why you can't get it. It's because you have like for example, let's say I was a guy who had 3 or 4 baby mamas. I was
Mm-hmm.
working at McDonald's, and I drove a hoopty. what would society and women say about me?
He's a
It's
bum.
yeah, he's a bum. Don't date him. He's a loser. He doesn't know what's happening. Like, why would you mess with him? You can do better. You can upgrade or something like that. Seriously, that's what society would say about me. So the equivalent to that would be a woman who's got what, multiple kids. Just doesn't bring anything that you would find
Mm,
physically appealing. So like my thing is like you can't play the sex card or you can't play the sensitive card when it doesn't work in your favor.
exactly. Because you gotta think. Kind of going on to your example. If she has 3 kids, doesn't have a good job, and then now she wants to find a man to like take care of her, it's like that's not a good deal on the like man's part. And so why do you expect some Prince Charming to just fix all of your problems when like you put yourself into this mess? You gotta kind of work hard and fix your own problem.
Exactly. And that's not like, because I think some people might watch this and be like, oh, well, they're just guys that are agreeing with everything he's saying. And even though I do agree with a large part that he's saying, I'm not disagreeing with the women that don't want to date a broke guy either. Because I
Yeah,
don't believe in that either. I would never tell a female to date a guy who doesn't have money, who's completely broke, whose life isn't together. Like I would never say that. That's
of
crazy.
course not.
That's crazy.
It's
The
bad
only thing,
investment.
yeah, it's a bad investment. The only thing I'm saying is you can't have a giant list of things that you want, but yet you don't even know what the thing that you want wants. Like
Exactly.
that to me is crazy. If you want a guy who makes 6 figures and who's gonna pay for everything and who's gonna be your ideal Prince Charming, who's gonna be huge, who's gonna be muscular, like and what are you bringing? You're average and you have a bunch of kids and you bring something to the table that he doesn't care about. So like I just honestly I think this all comes to this fairy tale logic that people have in their head that like this whole like Western society ideal of love.
Hmm.
You ever heard that, D? Like let's say like a female describes love as like, oh, I'm gonna meet the one person, they're gonna love me for who I am, this is gonna be exactly what it is. And that's just not realistic in life. It's just not. Like you can if you're in a relationship with someone is always gonna love the other person more.
Hmm.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much.
So to believe that, so like I don't know. I'm not gonna get too far into it, but the main thing is that they basically have unrealistic expectations,
Patience.
and then sometimes you need life to hit you.
Dose of reality. It may hurt, but it's for the best. It's really for the best.
Exactly. So do you have any closing thoughts, D?
My closing thought is on Kevin Samuels. It's like he seems harsh at first, but he's really just trying to help and trying to cut through the bullshit.
Exactly. So my closing statements is that like sometimes guys like the truth hurts, but I honestly feel like after she's hearing Kevin Samuel's advice, I feel like her life is gonna improve. And this is one last point though that I didn't get to, and I just thought about it. That like a lot of times some females are immature. Like a lot of it's just this is just immaturity. Some men do it too. But the whole looking at your phone while someone is talking to you guys is like, come on, we're not in junior high. You got to be respectful. If you don't like what someone's saying to you, that's fine. But for
Hmm.
you to like try to avoid attention and try to like look at your phone, it's just childish. If your manager is talking to you and he reprimands you, are you gonna get on your phone and look through your phone, or are you gonna look him straight in the face and say, okay, I understand exactly what I'm doing and I'm gonna correct myself? She called in there asking for his advice. She got his advice, whether she liked it or not. You still got to show people respect and look them in their face.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's a growing process.
Exactly. So this has been your boy T,
And this has been your boy D.
and this is Unquoted. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.